it's Janvi and welcome back to my channel The Vogue Next Door. So in today's video we are going to get ready for Raksha Bandhan, which is around the corner. Because everyone will be staying home and celebrating it with their loved ones, so I thought of creating this subtle smoky eye look which is very easy to achieve. So without any further ado, let's start with this video. I'm prepping my skin using Indulgio Rose Gold oil. This oil is very lightweight, it gets absorbed into the skin nicely. You can use your daily moisturizer or whatever you have already. I love how my foundation looks on top of it. I'll give this oil quite some time. Meanwhile, let's do the eye look. I'm starting with my eyebrows first. I'm using the Maybelline's Fashion Brow Cream Pencil in brown. I'm brushing up the brows to know the actual shape of it and start underlining from where my brows start with very light strokes. I'll do the same thing on the upper part of my brows, following the natural shape and start filling it in the direction of my hair growth. Now I will brush it in a downward direction to fill in any sparse area. What I like to do in the front part is I do strokes very lightly and brush it up so that it looks natural but having some dimension to it. I will then clean up the brows using this concealer by LA Girl in the shade Creamy Beige. I'm also using the same concealer as my eyeshadow base and set it in using this RCMA No Color powder. Setting it ensures the concealer will not settle into the crease lines. For today's look, I am using the Stan Beauty eyeshadow palette and I will use only these two shades. You can find these basic neutral shades in almost any eyeshadow palette. Like these are the basic transition shade you can find. I'm going to use the shade Workaholic. This shade is close to my skin color and is going to be my transition shade. Now you can create this subtle smoky eye using any two shades, like keeping one shade lighter and the other one darker. For instance, you can take this one as your transition shade and use this one as your main or dark shade, and you can create a beautiful subtle burgundy smoky eye look. I'm taking this fluffy blending brush and this shade. So apply this from the outer corner and blend it in the crease. Slowly build up the color, keep it in the crease and lightly blend it upwards. I will also take this shade under my lower lash line with a flat shader brush. Next, I am taking this shade in a brush that has more control and is not so flexible. You can also take a flat brush for this. I'm applying this shade all over the lid area, blending it softly near the upper lash line and slowly bring it up towards the crease, but not beyond that. I'll also smoke out my lower lash line using the same brush for a cohesive look. I'm taking the same blending brush that I used for the transition shade and blend out the crease softly so that there are no harsh edges. I'm going in with these two shades and highlight the inner corner of my eyes. Next, I'm using Maybelline's gel liner and create a tiny wing. I'm tracing the lash line first and then create a flick shape in the outer end. For coating my lashes, I'm using Maybelline's Total Temptation Mascara. And for false lashes, I'm using Pac Mink Lashes in M75. False lashes are optional, you can skip this part and only go in with mascara. Moving on to the base, I'm using Maybelline's Fit Me Foundation in the shade 230 Natural Buff. I'll apply a thin layer first and build up the coverage as required. I'm blending this from the inner to the outer part of my face. I'm taking a small amount again and building it over the places I need an even look. As you can see, I'm pushing and packing it into the skin. I'll blend around the eyes with whatever is already left on the sponge. I'm not taking any extra foundation for this. You can also use your hands for this. Next up, I'm using the same concealer by LA Girl and apply it where I have a little darkness and needs to brighten up. I'm also putting it here. It will give a lift up look and the areas where I want to brighten up. I'm patting it in and just staying in this area, not bringing it out, but bringing it down and blending it. It gives a nice lightening effect in the inner part of the face. I'm taking a tissue, wrapping it around the sponge and pat it over the face. What this will do is it will soak up some excess oil. I'm just patting it gently, not removing anything. I learned this trick from Van Gogh. He's an amazing makeup artist and I have learned a lot from him. Then I'll set my whole face using RCMA no color powder. I'm using my damp sponge again, setting the whole face, and as you can see, I kind of pushing it gently into the skin. I'm setting my whole face because I have oily skin. If you don't want a matte effect going on all over the face or you have dry skin, set on the required areas. I will add a little dimension to my face. For that, I'm using Sugar's bronzer in Woody Wonder. I'm tapping it onto the cheekbone area and taking it up on the temples and lightly upon the hairline. I'm going down into the jawline and on my nose. For highlighter, I'm using Maybelline's Master Chrome in Molten Gold. I'll put it on top of my cheekbone and as I go up high, I'll form an arc shape like this. I'll put this on my cupid's bow, chin and my nose. I will set everything in place using Max Prep Plus Prime Fix Plus. For my lipstick, I'm using two lipsticks. I'm going in with the Sugar's Matte as Hell Crayon Lipstick in Murphy Brown. I'll smudge it with my finger and then go in with Maybelline's Creamy Matte Lipstick in Nude Nuance. And here you have the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed watching today's video, and if you did, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I know it was a simple eyeshadow look, but I wanted to help you with some inspiration to jazz up for Raksha Bandhan. This is a subtle glam look and will look beautiful on anyone, plus it's very simple to achieve. I hope you have an amazing time with your family. A very happy Raksha Bandhan to all my lovely people. I'll see you guys in my next video. Namaste.